Tonight we report on the investigation of a fire near George and the festival that took place at the Gorge Amphitheater this weekend. What's going on in sports, Bob?
The East held on to beat the West in the annual All-State football game Friday, and the action heated up at the Ephrata Raceway Park on Saturday. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Good to be with you, everybody. Gorgeous weather out there. I'll let you know in just a few moments if this weather pattern will hang in there for the 4th of July celebrations.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
"23 people were arrested during the Paradiso Festival at the Gorge Amphitheater over the weekend. The Grant County Sheriff's Office stated the amount of people booked was the same as last year. The majority were arrested on drug-related charges. 2 people were arrested for vandalism. The amount of people asking for help decreased from 87 in 2013 to 76 this year. The 911 calls included reports for drugs, trespassing, fraud, theft, and minor traffic crashes and collisions. More than 25,000 people attended the 2-day electronic dance festival at the Gorge Amphitheater. A fire at a pellet mill near George is under investigation. Firefighters from Grant County Fire District 3 were dispatched Friday afternoon to a fire in the boiler room at SunCure Pellet Mill. The mill makes pellets from hay for livestock. Lieutenant David Durfee said firefighters extinguished the blaze within 15 minutes and were able to contain it to the boiler room. No one was injured in the fire. The Grant County Fire Marshal's Office is investigating the cause of the fire. Ford of Moses Lake is expanding their dealership on Pioneer Way. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Ford of Moses Lake has plans to renovate and expand the service center and showroom at its South Pioneer Way dealership. Records show that Clary Moses Lake Properties, LLC of Longview last week applied for a building permit with the city of Moses Lake. Proposed is the addition of 3,875 square feet to the dealership's service center and 1,700 square feet to its showroom and new car delivery space. There will be some parking, landscaping, and site improvements made. Additional work includes grading between 500 and 1,500 cubic yards of fill. The dealership is on 4.4 acres. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Thank you, Jeff. A man is serving more than a year in prison after crashing a car in a Mattawa orchard and injuring a passenger. Patrick Waina Jr., a 36-year-old Mattawa man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to vehicular assault. He has 2 previous convictions for DUI. Waina was driving a Ford pickup truck with 2 passengers inside in a Mattawa orchard on May 9th. Witnesses saw him make 3 donuts in the truck on an orchard road, and when he tried to make a 4th donut, the truck rolled. Law enforcement suspected he had been drinking prior to driving. One of his passengers suffered a broken neck in the crash. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after a short break.